If you're in the market for a set of wheels, then you might be in for some sticker shock. The cost of buying a new car has skyrocketed recently, and it's not just a South African problem. There just aren't enough to go around, and that pushes up the price of used cars too. But what's behind it? Mark Smyth is an automotive journalist and can explain. Mark, what is the issue when it comes to the supply of new cars?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning to your viewers. It's very much what some may regard as a bit of a perfect storm that started actually pre-COVID back in 2019 with our demand for tech. So we all want more gadgets, we want more smartphones, tablets, laptops, what have you. And those all require these semiconductor computer chips. And so as they had to produce more and more of these, so then we got into the COVID period, and cars these days also require, in some cases, 200 of these, or maybe even more, to run everything from our touchscreen audio system to our vehicle safety technology, our lane departure assistance, our radar cruise control, and so on. So there's a huge number of computer chips in every single one of our cars these days. And during the COVID period, obviously a lot of cars weren't being sold, and the manufacturers stopped production for periods of time. And that forced a lot of the chip manufacturers to say, well, we'll supply more of our chips to the companies that need it. And again, that was things like the smartphone manufacturers.
And the short supply of new cars has led, there's been a knock-on effect, and that's led to used cars also becoming short in supply. So if you're looking for a new or a used car, you might as well wait. But for how long? How long could this shortage go on for?
Yes, that's a tricky question. So yes, what we're seeing is the demand for new cars, because people are being forced to wait anything up to a year for the particular model they want, they're choosing instead to buy a used car. And we're going to see this situation continuing with increased prices, of course, with most prices around the world on used cars up by around 20%, just short of. We're going to see this carrying on into 2022, and some economists are saying possibly even into 2023.
This situation is good, though, for new car makers because they're making a healthy profit. Could we see a situation where they continue to restrict supply, a la the diamond cartels, even when the semiconductor microchips become more available?
It is very possible. Some of you may remember way back when the interest rates went up to around about 26%. A lot of car manufacturers started to increase. Obviously, the prices all went up. The rand exchange rate all went up. And so manufacturers brought in things like maintenance plans in South Africa, which were great. But then when the exchange rates all improved, the prices didn't come down. And so we could well see that happening again with some sort of manipulation of the prices, maintaining the prices going forward by some of the manufacturers.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. An automotive journalist, Mark Smyth, talking to us about the skyrocketing price for new cars around the world.